While traveling alone, I accidentally became a part of a drug deal, and this is that story. This all starts my senior year of college. My boyfriend had just broken up with me. It was right before Thanksgiving. That's a whole other story in itself, and I was a #heartbroken college girl. I headed home for the holidays for some serious mom time. You know, paid dinners, homemade meals, someone to just hype you up post-breakup. Hi mom, thank you. So I'm sitting at home, crying my eyes out, and my mom comes up to me and she's like, what if you just went and saw Sabrina? You need something to take your mind off of this. By the way, Sabrina is my best friend from childhood who was studying abroad in London at the time. At first I thought my mom was joking with my achy breaky heart, but she was serious. I was about to graduate and she said that this would be my gift for making it through college, and I was stoked. So that night, we booked my tickets. I was to leave on Christmas Day and spend 3 weeks in London and Austria. Fast forward to Christmas Day. I hop on a plane and I make sure to document every move on Snapchat. So my ex sees that I'm absolutely crushing life and living the best life without him. I finally land in London, I see my bestie, and everything feels like it's gonna be okay, because best friends can do that. We spend a week exploring London together, and in a very similar move to my mom, Sabrina goes, what if we just went to Barcelona for the weekend? I forget that in the UK and Europe you can just go all over the place so easily. So we buy cheap airline tickets, like 45 euros each way, and get on probably the sketchiest plane ever. Anyway, we land in Barcelona, we check into our adorable Airbnb, and we get to touristing. Now, this is where the story really begins. It's around 7-ish and we decide to start getting ready for dinner, donning our club outfits, because after dinner we are going to go to the hippest club in Barcelona. Since dinners in Europe start when I'm basically getting ready for bed, we don't even get to the dinner place until like 9. Now at this point, it's dark outside, but it's warm enough to where we can sit outside on the patio. We order food, open a bottle of wine, and I'm just sitting in freaking Barcelona, soaking it all in instead of being on the couch like a little crybaby. As we are eating, this man approaches me. I'm thinking to myself, wow, this guy is getting very close to me. Out of literally nowhere, he whips out a brown paper bag, drops it at my feet, and leaves. Like, sir, what are you doing? Why did he leave this bag? Who does he think I am? Am I going to die? A million thoughts start flooding my brain because I am truly the most anxious, morbid person I know. I've already planned my funeral, it's fine. That's not a joke, my funeral is actually planned. So here I am, staring down at a bag filled with who knows what. I spend about 2 minutes hysterically freaking out when, all of a sudden, the man returns and he looks visibly panicked. Like, yeah, hey, same. He grabs the bag and then runs off into the distance. I honestly blacked out, so who knows where he was going, but I imagine it being very Colton-esque.
He just jumped the fence.
In reality, I think he probably just slipped into a back alley and disappeared. My friends and I look at each other, even more confused than before, and that's when the police show up. Like, really? I just wanted to come to Barcelona, see my best friend, while maybe simultaneously rubbing it in my ex's face. Yet here I am. The police start yelling at me. Where did that man go? We saw you give him something. Where is the bag? They kept shouting about the bag. And I don't know why they cared so much about the bag. Oh, that bag 1000% had drugs in it. Chill. Very chill. At this point, my voice is shaking, and I respond, I don't know, I'm not from here. But he dropped the bag off, came back to get it, and then he ran that way. Just as fast as they showed up, the police ran away in the direction that the guy just went. Once again, I look back at my friends. Can someone help me process this? What is happening? Are we going to the club? Are we going to jail? Are we going to die? We finally begin to compose ourselves when I'll give you a second to guess what happens next. The drug man returns again without the bag. He starts screaming at me. What did you tell the police? They are looking for me. I saw you talking to them. Me, a totally chill, not anxious 21-year-old, starts screaming back. I don't know who you are. I didn't tell them anything. Though I absolutely did. I definitely sold that man out. I'm so scared because now I know that the police are after him. It felt confirmed that he was the bad guy and I was caught in the middle. He's screaming at us for maybe a minute, threatening us. Everyone is freaking out. Then the guy just books it and runs away again. That's it. I was sure of it. This dude is probably part of some drug cartel, and he's going to return to his boss and tell him all about this. I mean, he said he was watching me. They're gonna put a hit out on me. I'm gonna be dancing at the club and die. All because this guy is clearly bad at his job, lost his drugs with me, and now everyone is gonna die. All my friends are clearly just as upset, so we collectively decide it's just time to go to the club. We'll drink and loosen up and everything will be fine. We're walking and every face that passes just feels like they're staring at me. You know what? I'm not fine. I'm terrified. We get on a train and I tell my friends, you know what? Actually, there's no way I can go to a crowded club. It's too scary of a setting with everything that just happened. At this point, I'm in tears and I beg my friends to take me back to the Airbnb. We get back and I spend the rest of the evening paranoid that I'm just a sitting duck, waiting to be ended for knowing too much. Eventually, I finally get myself off to sleep. The next morning, the sun comes up, I'm alive, and my paranoia has somewhat waned. I'm quickly reminded of why I'm there, to spite my ex. Okay, and to see my best friends, obviously. So that night, I put on my cutest outfit and go to that club. I dance with not a care of who's watching, drink so much wine, and have the time of my life. I'm out all night, and at 6 a.m. I drunkenly stumble to the airport and get on a plane back to London. And then the rest of my vacay was perfect. No assassins, no high-speed chases, no giant bags filled with drugs, just a lot of fun. And eventually, as you can see, I finally made it back to the United States, safe and sound. Now, in case you're wondering about what happened to the ex, well, we got back together shortly after the trip, and we've been together for 4 years.